smokers, it's a rough one out there today, guys. We got the Dow down over 400 points today. We have the NASDAQ down over 2.26%. Now, these screenshots were taken about an hour before the market closed, so it could get even worse. I don't know. We'll have to see. As far as stocks I track, of 83 stocks I track on a daily basis, there are very few that are actually green today. This is the whole amount of green ones out of 83 stocks I track. Almost everything out there is red today. If we look at the big tech giants, Google McDougal down over 3% today, Microsoft down 2.5%, Apple down 2.5%, and Amazingzon down over 4.5% today. Now, there are a few reasons why the market's down today. I'll give you a couple minor reasons, and then we'll get into the major reasons why the market's down today. I'm actually surprised the market is not down more today. I would have thought with some of these things that came out, maybe we would have a down 600 day or a down 700 day or maybe even a down 800 day. To only be down 400 plus on the Dow, I'm actually a little surprised. I thought it would be a little worse, guys. I also want to share with you guys how much money I have in cash right now versus invested. And then at the very end, I got to show you guys a video that you got to go watch after this one. It will make you guys laugh, believe me, okay? All right, so first off here, a couple minor reasons. First off, the investor known as the Warren Buffett of Boston rattles Davos crowds. Basically, Davos is a big conference going on. Basically, if I couldn't even go to it, they call me broke boy there. And that's going on right now. You got headlines like this. Ray Dalio, founder of the world's biggest hedge fund, sees a significant risk of a possible U.S. recession in 2020. Those type of things are just the minor reasons. The major reasons we'll get into now. But I feel like almost every time Ray Dalio goes on TV, the market goes down that day. He obviously has a very pessimistic look on the markets right now. And I just swear every time he goes on CNBC or Bloomberg right now, the market just drops on that particular day. And sure enough, today he goes on talking about possible U.S. recession in 2020, why he thinks that, and big drop in the market. But as far as the main reasons the market is down today, the first off came out late last night. It was around China's economy and that it grew at the slowest annual rate since 1990, okay? A long time ago. Fourth quarter GDP figure slips to 6.4% as trade war hits consumer sentiment out there in China. It is just getting worse and worse. This is one of the big reasons why the market is down today. And there's no stability in the weakness right now. Almost every single quarter is just getting weaker and weaker and weaker in China. And you got to ask ourselves, where is the bottom in this whole situation? Is there a bottom? Is it just going to get worse and worse for several quarters, maybe even a year, maybe even 2 years into the future? We've got to see some stability in China. And right now, there's no signs that we're going to see any stability in China anytime soon, okay? And when you have things like this come out, this next headline, it makes it even worse in China, okay? United States cancels trade planning meeting with China. Sources say the White House has rejected a trade planning meeting with China this week due to the outstanding disagreements over intellectual property rules. Should Beijing and Washington fail to agree on a parliament solution by March 1st, obviously the tariffs are going to go to 25%. Okay, the White House tells CNBC that the team remains in touch in preparation for high-level talks with Vice Premier Liu He by the end of this month, all right? Now, this is the main reason, honestly, the markets are down so big today. One, you have China just weakening and weakening. We just saw more economic data that it's weakening. Then on top of that, you have a possibility that the tariffs will go to a 25% rate. And that could mean absolute disaster for China. That could mean they go from their numbers are weakening to their numbers just become an absolute disaster toward the back half of 2019 if those 25% tariffs end up getting hit on China, guys. That would be a massive, massive move. You'll see a lot more companies moving production to other countries, maybe India or maybe back to the States or things like that. And that would be a very, very ugly situation. So now you have the markets freaked out in a major way because we have to see China weakening and weakening. And how many companies is that going to hurt across the U.S. stock market? And that's a bad situation there, guys. So this is something that has really freaked out a lot of people because a lot of people, like myself, believe there's going to be a trade deal done. Right? I really believe there will be a trade deal done by March 1st. But when you see a headline like that, when you see news like that, it makes you say, dang, maybe I could be wrong about this. Maybe there's not going to be a trade deal come by March 1st. And then that could mean an absolute disaster for the stock market. That would get really ugly in my opinion because it would just make China get to a very volatile stage and then a lot of U.S. investors will just freak out, okay? This is why I'm around 30% cash right now and 70% invested. So I want to stay very invested because I believe the trade deal will get done and I believe then, China will start to recover and I believe the U.S. will probably strengthen after that and everything will be okay. But here's the thing, that might not happen, okay? Who who knows? Maybe all of a sudden March 1st comes, no trade deal gets done, and all of a sudden 25% tariff gets hit on China, and it maybe even brings down the US some, and then China gets to a really, really weak stage. That's why I want to, have a good amount of money in cash still at this stage in the game. I'm kind of almost hedging my bets a bit. I got a lot of money invested, but yeah, I also got a lot of money on the sideline. I'm still like buying little shares here and there. I'll buy like $2,000 worth of a stock that I feel like is very undervalued, or $3,000. But in terms of me just flooding money in the market, like tens of thousands of dollars at a time right now, I'm just not doing it, because I'm like, what if I'm wrong about this? What if I'm wrong about the trade deal getting done? What if that never gets done? That's a situation where I just think it's going to be ugly for the market. It's going to be ugly for the Chinese economy, and it could actually have a spillover negative effect in the U.S. economy to a certain extent. So that's what kind of worries me, and that's why I'm like, I'm just, I'm going to have a lot of cash right now. I'll buy little shares here and there, but I'm going to keep a lot of cash on the sideline just in case the trade deal doesn't get done and we have an ugly, ugly situation out there, guys. So that's kind of my feeling on it. Let me know what amount of money you guys have in cash right now versus actually invested. I would love to hear from you guys. A video I would love for you guys to watch. This is so funny. I just saw this headline. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to tell my subscribers to watch this video. This is hilarious. Just type in YouTube, Cortez Economic Genius. That will make you guys laugh. You will thoroughly enjoy that video. That's all I can say. Come back to this video when you're done and let me know if you thought that was pretty funny in the comment section. If you thought it was funny or more of a horror movie, I would love to hear from you guys. As always, thank you for watching and have a great day.